Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Nate's DIY Gardening. Today we're going to talk about, real quick, just about proper drainage in your garden, whether it be raised bed or pots. Before we get started, make sure you hit that thumbs up on the YouTube channel and the like button. Also, remember I have an Instagram page, Nate's DIY Gardening, and I also have a webpage, natesdiygardening.com. So make sure you check those two social media platforms out when you get a chance. So let's get started. Today we're going to talk about proper drainage. Here in Kansas City, it's been raining a lot the last few weeks, and it kind of prompted my mind on making sure that we have, want to talk about proper drainage in your garden. It's one of those things that are really important. So especially when you have a lot of rain, you want to make sure that your bed and your soil are situated in such a way that you have proper drainage. So when you're in your raised bed or in your pots, either you can have too much soil, too much water where it's retaining water, or your soil is not retaining enough water. So we're going to talk about today how we need to make sure that we have proper drainage in our soil. So one of the things we need to understand, when your raised bed is retaining too much water, it will rot out to roots in your garden or whatever plant you have in your bed. So you want to make sure that you have a proper drainage. Make sure in your bed or in your pots, water is not pooling. If water is pooling, or if in your pots or in your raised bed, then you probably need to add some type of amendment to it, like sand or some kind of loose kind of gravel, and mix it into your soil so that water can then release out through the bed and not pool in your bed and cause rot on your plants. So as soil amendment, also make sure that your raised beds is on a flat surface or on kind of a hill of a flat surface. You don't want your raised bed sitting in a valley somewhere where water is just going to run down into where your bed is. So make sure it's on a flat surface, or a flat surface where it kind of runs off a little bit. So that's kind of the things you need to look for in your raised beds. Also, make sure you add mulch to your garden. It also helps to retain water. So if your bed is not retaining water, you can add mulch to your garden, and that way the water doesn't evaporate too quickly, or it doesn't drain out too quickly, because you have mulch around your garden. So for me, I always use straw when I mulch my garden, my raised beds and my plants. Make sure you get straw and not hay. Straw is the dead form of the grass and the grain. Hay is still kind of active, so you could get like grass growing again if you use hay. So again, these are a couple of things to think about. Also in your pots, I have a pot down here. Want to make sure that you have proper drainage in your pots. So these are from Home Depot, and they got holes at the bottom where they got drainage, and they can come out and drain real properly. Also, when you get pots from Home Depot, they usually come with a bottom. Make sure that you remove the bottom when you're doing your planting, so that the water will drain properly. If you don't, water will just sit on here at the bottom and pool back up into your plant, and then all of a sudden you have too much water in your pot, and the roots of the plants will start to die out. Will start to rot out, and your plant will die. So again, just make sure we have proper drainage in your soil. Also, make sure you're not watering too much again. So if you know you're gonna get a lot of rain in the next couple of weeks, hold off on watering. The rain should do is what it's supposed to do in watering your garden. There's no need to water your garden every day or every other day if you know it's gonna rain the next day or so. So just sometimes, that's we're talking about paying attention to the weather and understanding what's coming. So again, we're just talking about proper drainage. Want to make sure that your garden is sufficiently watered. Make sure the soil is sufficiently moist, but at the same time, want to make sure that it's not overwater. With proper drainage, when it rains a lot, it can drain out properly. So again, just a quick video on drainage. Like I said, here in Kansas City, it's been raining a lot the last few weeks, so I've been paying attention to my garden to make sure water is draining out like it's supposed to. But again, if you like what you're seeing, I ask that you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Also, again, my Instagram page, Nate's DIY Gardening, and then my Instagram, my webpage, natesdiygardening.com. Make sure you visit those two sites, and also make sure you share it with your friends. Until next time, see you later.